Peace, Bulldoggers. It's Vad. Just checking in with y'all. Hope everything's well on the yard. Hope the dogs are doing fine. Just want to make a short vid, tapping in with the community. Yo, it's crazy how people respond to your posts and leave comments, whether they're positive or negative. Shout out to all those who leave positive comments. But the negative comments are really funny, man, because it's crazy how people make false assumptions and they prejudge so quickly without knowing you, your situation, your program, or your yard. They just be assuming that you're doing your dogs wrong by putting them on chains and thinking that they live in inhumane, conditions, which is so false and it's so untrue. If they really pay attention to your page, they'll see that you utilize various methods of handling your dogs, and it's also sheltering your dogs. I know I do. I got kennels set up for my dogs. I got chain spots. I got crates in sheltered areas. Preferably my garage I have everything set up real nicely. Just prepare for any condition and situation that my dogs may need to be in. But yet you'll still get those who troll your page and leave all these nasty comments about, you should be on a chain. I've even had some say, I wish you die, and, shit like that. And it's like, motherfuckers is really on some negative energy, I try not to really let it get to me, but at the same time, I'm human. We are human, and we fall short of, getting in our feelings. But for the most part, I'm really unraveled. I just kind of brush it off, or I just block them or whatever. But I just wanted to take this time to address you fuckers, and all your fuckery that you be sending on my page. If you really don't like the dogs, if you really don't like my program or what it is I'm doing, feel free to bypass it. You don't have to look at anything I post. I promise you, it's free. It doesn't cost you a thing to just swipe past. And if it comes up on your page or anything like that, if you're on Facebook, if I come on your timeline, feel free to swipe by. It costs you nothing. It's free. That's the great thing about living in a democratic society. It's free. So just let it be. But don't leave comments that are unsavory and unfavorable, because it doesn't make any sense. It only makes you look like the fool that you are. I would never do that to anyone's page, even if I disagree with how someone is, I would say treating their dogs, housing their dogs, or even, conditioning their dogs, and just looking at the overall husbandry. If it doesn't agree with my liking, I don't leave comments on that person's page. I actually send them best wishes and love. I send energy out in the universe, and hopefully they'll improve their program. Or I might hit them personally and say, man, I really like your dogs. I really like what you're trying to do. Is there any way I can assist you, with improving, just your setup, or how you're, tethering and maintaining your dogs. That's what we as Bulldoggers got to do. We got to help each other, not demonize, berate, put down, and, just make us feel less than. But I know it's really the tree huggers and the humaniacs and the fur moms and all that. But then again, sometimes it be you motherfucking so-called dog man. It be sometimes you play-ass Bulldoggers who really be hating. And you be hating on dudes' programs, Not saying I got the biggest program ever. I'm just a little program and a little man just doing what I do with my dogs. But there's some nice programs out there on IG and Facebook, just on the net on general. And some of you little fuckers be hating. Man, stop hating, man. Start being motivated by what someone is doing. Start trying to unite in a way that, is solid. If you a flaw-ass motherfucker, don't reach out to solid dudes. If you somebody that's really just on some bullshit, it'd behoove you not to even reach out, because niggas see through that. Real dudes see through that situation, and they see through you. So be real about your intentions. Be genuine about your intentions. And I guarantee you, man, people will really lend a helping hand to you, and they'll be more apt to, try to help you in a way that's going to improve your stock, your program, and everything else you're trying to do. I promise you it works. I'm a living example of. When I got into this thing, I was green. Now, don't get me wrong. I've always had dogs around me. My dad was into dogs, but it's like I wasn't really into them heavy. But I've always been a solid and genuine person, and I treat others with respect, whether I like them or not. As long as somebody don't disrespect me, I don't disrespect them. When they disrespect me, then shit turns into something else. But at the end of the day, even then, sometimes it takes a mature individual and a man to actually walk away from something that's just not going to be, advantageous to that person's growth, freedom, and well-being. So that's decisions you got to make as a mature individual. But at the end of the day, not to, digress from what I was saying, is that you got to be solid. And as for me, I've always been a person that's been genuine. I try to be, I ain't gonna say I try to be, I am about my word. If I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. If I say I'm gonna show you something, I'm gonna show it to you. And granted, sometimes I get a bit busy and I can't really reach out to people who reach out to me, and I apologize for that. But I do have a life. I am a husband. I am a father. I'm a grandfather. I'm all those things, and those things come before these dogs. So, I have to take care of my priorities. But at the end of the day, just staying solid, staying true to your person, your well-being, not just the dogs, in all your walk of life, will just actually leave a legacy for yourself that will be worth speaking of. Definitely. Let that ponder and let that marinate in your mind for a minute. You want to leave a legacy that will be worth speaking of. And that's what it's all about. Not only in your personal life, but if you're in these dogs, in the life of these dogs. Same way we speak about Boudreaux, same way we speak about Heinzel, same way we speak about Crenshaw, same way we speak about Mayfield, same way we speak about Tudor, same way we speak about Garcia, same way we speak about Twins, all kind of people that we actually look up to and we honor that actually contributed to the propagation of these bulldogs. That's what you got to do. Ask yourself, what legacy are you leaving? What footprint are you leaving in the sand and in the ground of these bulldogs? And if you take that serious enough, you'll find that it'll change your perspective for the good. I leave you with peace. I leave you with love. From Vad Kennels, 1.